Well, well, well. Hello, Philu. How are you? How are you? How are you? I think Yada KPP might be the move. I don't even know what he ended on. We'll go through that in a sec. I think he played the full 80 though. One sec. Let me turn my aircon on and we'll wait for some more people to come in as well. Oh, I didn't know you were Jamie, you idiot. You idiot. All right. Man, what some crazy games of footy, eh? I got to watch all the games. Very lucky, very happy. Actually, I know this is crazy, but before some more people come in, I just need an update on the AFL as well. I'm a bit of an AFL aficionado. Whoa. And I play AFL fantasy as well, so holy crap. Okay, cool. Hello, Matthew. I traded in and captained Terrell May, was cheering at halftime. Did Terrell May play the full 80? Let's have a look at this. I thought he did, but am I? He played 53 minutes. Yeah, he was on fire. Wasn't he on like 60 something points? I think he's a trade out, Matthew. I really do. All right, let's get this started. Hopefully more people join. And if not, it's pretty late. It's nearly 10 p.m. So, but also I don't know if he got a big spell on top of that because of. Let's talk about it when we get to the wrap up, eh? Because there's multiple things we need to speak about. All right. All right, let's get this started. What is up, everyone? Welcome to the Rage Traders NRL Supercoach podcast. Today, the Saturday night recap for round 2. First and foremost, if you have not joined the Rage Traders 1K League, you've got until round 7 to get there. $1,000 up for grabs, and it's very simple. 739499 is the code. 739499 is the code. We have 1,644 entries so far in there, and all you have to do is be a subscriber to my YouTube, the Rage Traders, and if you come first, $1,000 in your hands. We're going to get into the Saturday night recap. Obviously, just going to go over my team quickly and what I've been really happy about, what I wasn't happy about that I did today. I think this week for me has been real. I got a bit unfortunate. Not unfortunate. I made incorrect decisions on sit v starts. The biggest one for me was I had a choice between Setutu and Lasardi. I knew Lasardi had really good base. I knew he was kind of a workhorse. But I actually thought the Dragons were going to score a bit of points on Melbourne and it would be a bit closer than what it was. And I thought Setu would be a beneficiary of that. That didn't go to plan. Twice they scored next to Setu. Once he could have easily scored, but Valentine Holmes just got the ball, went over, boom, boom, boom. And yeah, just didn't work out. So I've got a bit of a 50-point swing there, which is unfortunate. It happens. We all have issues with sit and start sometimes. Now that I reflect on it, I think Lasardi was just the easy choice there, but I went for upside because of me having Makasini and not reserving Chester. I said to myself, Tigers are going to dominate us Cowboys. I just have a feeling, and I think Makasini was going to be, again, a beneficiary of that. I think that's the word. And I really didn't like that Makasini was center. I really didn't like that. We'll get into that in soon. But with the amount of points they scored being 44, oh, man, if he was in whoever the winger's name is it Lua or something like that? If Makasini was in that position, he would have been close to 100 today. That is all I'm going to say. But he wasn't, and that's just how the cookie crumbles. I will say to you very, very much so, I'm very, very happy this round holding Pezzett and Jesse Colquhoun with a 67. The reason being, and remember in my round 2 strategy, I said this, I want to see what the rest of my 2RFs are doing. I want to see if maybe a 2RF pops up in my team that I'm suddenly not happy with. Whereas Jesse Colquhoun could stay in my team, be another cash generator, and then that 2RF would, I might drop a 2RF. And that is actually, at the moment for me, Toby Couchman. I thought he got injured today because obviously I'm taking care of my son as well. But the dude only got 43 minutes. That is really, really concerning in a game that during the first 40 to 45, 50 minutes, it was actually a really close game. That is a big concern for me. We'll get into it in the wrap up, but that is now my player that I'm actually looking to possibly trade out, depending on if Howe or Mooney play really, really bad. I don't think Mooney will be someone, but maybe a Rama Howe could be. So yeah, that's where I'm sitting at the moment. Luckily for me, Haas was my captain. Happy with that. Walker, I think, is someone who I'm looking at as well. I was so close this week, guys. I was so close this week. I shit you not. I was about to click the trade button, Sam Walker to Adam Dewey. And I was like, just wait. I think Roosters are going to win. Maybe Walker gets a 70 or 80 and people might sort of hold him. And I was like a bit scared. But yeah, crazy. So that's my team overall at the moment. I'm sitting at 11-23 with about, I don't even know, how do you check? Is it game day where it tells you sort of here, isn't it? Yeah. So I'm sitting at 11-23 and I've got what, Mooney left? Is that it? Mooney and Kinney left. And Herbie Farnworth. So pretty good. I'm sitting in a pretty good week so far. Again, it would have been nice to have that extra 50 points from Lasardi, maybe have Chester in, but that's just how the cookie crumbles. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'll be looking at somewhere between the 1200 to like 1270 mark, and I'll live with that. All right, let's get into the wrap up. Oh, I should also say, if my son wakes up, I will have to reset this video. But at the moment, he's absolutely passed out because we went on a little holiday. So that is good for us and good for my wife and I. But yeah. Well, and I'll go through questions after the wrap up, and I'm also going to answer your questions in the wrap up because there's already things that I'm going to speak about. All right, let's get into it, guys. So first and foremost, I'm a Cowboys supporter. Let's not mention that in the chat. I'm really concerned for the Cowboys, and I'll tell you why. Scott Drinkwater, there was a specific play. It was the second try for the West Tigers that Adam Dewey scored. I don't know if you watch the game or you're going to watch highlights, but you will specifically see two people on Adam Dewey. And you know when two people are on someone in a tackle, but that guy's still kind of walking in the tackle? He got to the try line and Scott Drinkwater was literally there, did not put a hand or even try to stop him from falling. Dewey just falls to the ground and scores the try. It was the most slow motion try you will ever see. I think the morale is completely or very close to shot at the Cowboys. Again, I really thought Tigers were going to dominate, and they did. And it's really concerning. I think it's very good that Purdue got a 71 in this game and Chester got a 74. Whether we see changes now, Laybutt should be due back next week. Whether we see something sort of happen here where maybe Chester loses his spot. I hope that's not the case because he did score a try. He did look okay. He wasn't the reason we lost. There was many other reasons we lost as a team. I think our forwards are completely shot. Cotter wasn't in the game. So this is for the Cowboys. Also, we need to talk about Reed Marnie. Although he's still going to make us a bit of cash, only got 56 minutes, I think it was. Sonny Luke. The good news for Reed Marnie owners is that when Sonny Luke came on, he looked terrible. He played terrible. So that works in your favor. Now, the problem is Harry Grant had another spectacular game today where it's kind of getting close to forcing our hand to be like, okay, we need to get on Grant. The thing about Grant is they do have a bit of an upcoming tough draw. I mean, the problem is also Broncos are playing pretty poor footy. So Broncos versus Melbourne could be an absolute like 20, 30 point each way game. Then they've got North Queensland away. Then they've got Panthers away, New Zealand and Canberra, or New Zealand at home, Canberra away, South. So like it's getting to a point where I think Harry Grant is getting close to a must-have, in my opinion, just because of what... It's crazy. Everyone knows you don't fall for the dummy or the fake from hooker position, close to the line, or just in general from Harry Grant. And every week I keep seeing the same thing, and it's really annoying to watch when you don't own him. So that's going to be like my take on that. But yeah, in terms of Reed Marnie, he's still going to make us money. It's just he's not making us as much money as a Harry Grant, and we have to evaluate that. So I'm going to see what Harry Grant's break-even comes to, what Reed Marnie's break-even comes to after this game, and evaluate that, and I might just be getting Harry Grant in, to be honest with you. Scotty Drinkwater, again, there's just times he looks really good. He'll do like the cutout pass. They'll score a try in the right-hand corner. Looks great. And there's other times where he should pass it and he doesn't pass it. I think there was 2 times today where I'm like, he should have given that, and we had the overlap and he didn't. I don't know if this is like a Todd Payton thing. I don't know if this is like people just, there were whispers that they were trying to, you know, they want Drinkwater on the out or he's on the out. So I don't know what's going on there. I do think we were just completely, we're just completely shot in the forwards every single week. And no Cotter this game just hurt us even more because our forwards suck. Another talking point is Helam Lukey. I still think a 57 is very, very good this game with a -12 break even. He's someone you could easily go to with Titans coming next week, I think it is, for the North Queensland Cowboys. I think he's quite a safe pick you can go, and I expect Cowboys to win next week. If they don't win next week, mate, I think Payton is gone. I really do. So that's going to be something we look out for. Purdue to me is still a hold, especially with the Braden Trindle and Cody Walker scores now. I did say this to you guys, give it one more week. I also did say, don't get tricked in by the, you know, the 1 round crazy scores. And I think the only person that's really been like someone that you're like, okay, we get in is like the Noah Martin, Lasardi, and Ryan Couchman. Because even Moses Leo today, I know you see his score would be like a 40-something. He got a very lucky try at the end of the game. He did nothing all game. So take that into consideration. Again, Supercoach Whites for the Cowboys, nothing else really much to talk about. I didn't really see him all game. We'll have to see if Reed Marnie gets 80 next week because Sonny Luke did not look good this game. And that's about it for the Cowboys. Now, speaking about the Tigers, Adam Doueihi 115. It hurts to see it because I said my team at the start of the season, before everything started, I had saved it as Adam Doueihi and Ethan Sanders. And now that I think about it, Ethan Sanders with a massive score in round 1 into Doueihi would have been absolutely brilliant. So people that have done that are really off to a good start. Luai with 115. You're not going to see this every week from the Tigers, guys. Just FYI. Chester's been solid. Yeah, you're right. You are right. We'll get to like questions and everything. You traded out Sam Walker for Adam Doueihi this week. Well done. That's a ballsy move. And as I say to everyone, if you've got the guts and you've got the feeling that something is right, go with your guts. Do it. And if you fall on the sword, you fall on the sword. But if it works out like this is done, congratulations, because you're only going to be a better Supercoach player for it because you've gone. I think the one thing that the reason I wanted to trade out Sam Walker is because of the bye and then versus Penrith. But I was like, I'm just going to give it one more week because if Roosters click, he could go off for 100. And I've also got time to get to Adam Doueihi. I think it's something that I can still maybe wait one more week on. I don't feel forced to do it yet. But yeah, Tigers have a really nice draw. Really good first game from them. I think, again, I'm treating this Tigers game kind of like the Melbourne Storm game against Parramatta. Cowboys just have awful defense. So does Parramatta. But Cowboys are on another tier of stupidity, I think. Looking at the West Tigers draw, they have Souths away next week. New Zealand away. This has now turned into, I think, two pretty tough games. Para away, Newcastle at home, Broncos, Canberra. So I think the Souths game is going to be something I really sort of wait in on. I think I'm going to not pull the plug on Sam Walker yet. Let me just see. Oh, gosh, they've got Panthers next. Oh, golly gosh. Yeah. So, okay, so there's also another thing. I think there's a very plausible strategy where you can just go straight to Cleary now. I know I'm going off topic in terms of wrap-ups, but we're talking about halfbacks, and I like marrying that up with how you should be thinking about Adam Doueihi. So I think there's two viable halfbacks we're trying to get to now, and I would be more than happy if I can get to Cleary before his price rise and I can get to Doueihi before his price rise. I think that is a really good strategy to have, unless Sam Walker kicks it out the gates. If you wait that extra week, you'll probably want Cleary with the draw. Oh, well, there you go. That's exactly what I just said. Sorry, I didn't see the comment, but yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. And that's exactly where my head is at. Now, Makasini, okay. I was messaging Philo in the chat. I was messaging him on the phone, and as soon as I saw that he was center, the first thing I said is, I actually don't like him at center. Like, I prefer him at winger. Wingers get more runs because the ball gets kicked to them. He's going to be the recipient of some line breaks. I really thought that, what was his name? Let me check here. Where was Luke Lalawi or Lalili? Luke Lalili. He had a shocking start. He was knocking it on. Still got 2 tries. Got an intercept try against Drinkwater, and he obviously reaped the benefits or the rewards off that. But boy, oh boy, I think Makasini is someone we're going to have to watch now. Like, all of a sudden, this guy who was a preseason challenge dominating winger has been put into the center. Now, on top of that, Jarrell Skelton came in because Taylor May had a shoulder injury, which he's now getting sent off for scans. So he didn't come back in. So apologies to everyone, because there was 3 players I said in my pods video. I don't know if you remember. And there was players I was talking about to Timmy. It was Adam Doueihi, it was Kai Pearce-Paul, and it was Taylor May. And I was very big on Taylor May, but I was also hugely big on like the other 2. But because KPP didn't have a preseason, I just didn't want to go there. He comes out with 2 tries. He looks really good. Now, at the start, he actually looked pretty bad. He scored a try and he was literally on 17 points. But yeah, came in due to injury. Oh, okay. Yep. You're right. Stafford Toy, you mean? But yes, in regards to that injury, I think it's really, really interesting to see what's going to happen here. I think it's dependent on the scans, but I'm really monitoring Makasini now, which I can't believe I'm saying, because out of everyone, I was just like, I'm so certain on this guy. But yeah, again, let's talk about something even more massive. If you started with Terrell May, he was on fire in the first half. I was like, oh my God, he's going 100. Oh, he's like literally going to go more than Colo. He's going to go more than Haas. Then he had a massive spell. So he only had a 53-minute run. Very, very concerning, I think, if you're a Terrell May owner. The only silver lining you have is that they were absolutely dominating. But the problem is he came back on for the final stint. So maybe he's just going to be this 55 to 60 minute forward, sort of have a similar minutes to Hopgood. I think he's going to come down in price now because of that, because this game was very free flowing for West Tigers. And if you watch the first 20 to 30 minutes, they were offloading at will. Like everyone was just offloading. It was absolutely insane. And I don't think you're going to see that continuously. I don't even know where like offloads here. Like Terrell May had 4. Like let's just count it up. So in total, they had 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, 10, 14, 16, 17, 20, 21 offloads. That is ridiculous. So I don't think that's going to happen like every game. That is a lot of offloads for a team. So that's something you just don't want to get baited into. Samuel Afinu looked really good. Oops, sorry. He looked really good. So that's a really nice score there. If you ended up like potting him for 109 points, that's really good to see. Skelton finishing on 94 is actually insane as well. Wait, did Skelton came on the wing? Yeah, he came on the right wing. So that's something you should actually want to monitor as well. That's interesting. How long is Taylor May going to be out? What's the new structure going to look like? Do they just keep it the same? Yeah, exactly right, Rosa. Makasini just looked like a decoy runner today. It wasn't going to him. It was really annoying to watch, and it hurts, to be honest with you, because we know he's a Supercoach player. So yeah, for those you know, that had Taylor May, unlucky, it's a part of the game. I actually am very close to even just getting a Will Warbrick in my team to get that cash gen. I know you wouldn't want to do that from a Taylor May, but it's something you need to look at. I would suggest maybe even looking at a Valentine Holmes who got 2 tries today, which we'll get into. But yeah, Taylor May, just an unfortunate scenario. I think he'll be out for, you know, minimum 2 weeks, but I could be wrong. We'll have to wait and see. Anyone else from Tigers? I don't think so. We've spoken about everyone else. I think Luai, massive game, looks really good in his position, but I don't expect him to be going 100 plus each week. Yeah, there were lapses in Tigers game in the second half where you'd think, oh, if Cowboys capitalize here, yep, they couldn't do something, but like our forwards just knocked it on. It was just, I think we're close to the wooden spoon this year. I really do. And I think there's talk of like even Dearden maybe leaving us, Drinkwater possibly on the out. Yeah, things aren't looking good at the Cowboys, so I'm really, really worried there. Also, if you started with Braden Burns as a pod, congratulations, because 79 is a really good game from him in a 44-16 run as well. Let's go to the next game. I actually thought Dragons could have won this game. Again, the momentum completely swung when Harry Grant scored the dummy half try at like literally 20 seconds before the whistle of first half. I think that was really poor defense by Hamish Stewart and Clint Gutherson, like you should know. The biggest talking point in this game is obviously Suafar Logo. If you don't have him, he is a must-have, guys. It doesn't matter even if he goes 20 or 30 points now. You are doing anything right now to get Suafar Logo in his team because he's just going to make so much cash. Can we skip this game? No Grant, no Lasardi, no Sua. Sorry, have to speak about it. Stay tuned. But yeah, he's now a must-have, and if you didn't start with him, it just really hurts, eh? You were wondering how he was going to fit in and replace Pappenhausen. Yeah, it's if you haven't watched the highlights, go watch the highlights, because his third try where he did like a 180 spin, broke a tackle and went through the line. I don't think I've ever seen something like that before at that speed. Like, it was actually phenomenal. And he kind of has a game where out of nowhere, he just kind of starts racking up points. And it's like, he kind of has the Drinkwater effect to him. You know, when you're watching Cowboys, Drinkwater's on like 27 and you're like, oh no, what's happening? All of a sudden, Cowboys start clicking, and then Drinkwater's had a try assist, a try, and like a line break assist. That's what he's got to him. It's like a spur of the moment type of Supercoach power. And that's what like the Cowboys are lacking. And I think all you're doing is just getting Fa'alogo in. Now, again, they have the Broncos next week, I think it is. Let me double check on that. Yeah, they have the Broncos next week. So he might not get the flashy score. He might not get the triple digits. He might go for 20 to 50 points, but you have to get this money in. Drinkwater doesn't do that anymore. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see next week against the Titans. Harry Grant, 108, pushing the buttons for a must-have and just being that hooker position. I think everyone should get to owning him. He had a break even of 30 today with a 108 score. Next week's going to be pretty wild. I'm pretty sure I'm just going to be getting him from Reed Marnie, and just being like, look, I stuffed up. I got baited into the Reed Money 80-minute comment. I should have just started with Grant. It is what it is. What happened with T. Couchman? We'll get into that. Will Warbrick, 93, was in my team. Didn't get him. Hurts. I've faded him out. But it is what it is, man. Because I think he's... the reason why I had him in my team and then I got rid of him, was because of the Xavier Coates injury. And all I kept thinking was, you've got a left-footed 5'8", and then a left-footed Cam Munster, and you've got a Xavier Coates injury. Where are they going? Right. And yes, they do go left here and there, but the kicks, man, and just Warbrick, he's kind of getting fed a bit, and he looks good. He's like making line breaks. He looks very healthy. I think it's plausible that you can go down or just get to Warbrick some way and make that cash. He can get to your like next CTW premium. He is someone who usually scores around 40 to 50 points. Remember, with the scoring changes, he actually had the most increase, which was about 10. So you're seeing him have the benefits of this now. And just in a Melbourne team that are scoring 40 plus points at the moment, he's just reaping rewards off that. I didn't know this. Stefano Utukamanu, 81 points. Whoa, he was very good this game. I didn't know he was 81 points good. Okay, that's something we need to talk about. A break even of 40, $515,600. He is stepping up. I wonder how many offloads he got today. I will say, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that this guy got 3 offloads, but he was on fire at the start, looked very active, looked like the main man. And we spoke about him as a pod. 2 offloads he had today. That's really, really good. I just think he's 175 run meters, 18 runs. Geez, he had a really big day. Okay, so that looks really good. He could be someone I could definitely get rid of in NRL, get to in NRL fantasy as well. So that's a really good game for him. I don't know why is everyone talking about getting rid of Isaiah Yeo, because they haven't seen the price rise in him. We'll get to that in a second, because yeah, that's very interesting. Let's talk about let's keep going on the Melbourne Storm. I mean, Hughes 73, you'll live with that and you love that. Howarth had a good start to the game. I don't think he's Supercoach relevant. Munster with a 60 in this game is a bit weird to see and not very good. Chan 51, I think he had one line break this game that he ran and didn't score in. Moses Leo was really average this game, 48 points, but got like the most junk try at the end. He was looking awful, and I was quite happy with the 48 because that's going to boost his cash rise up. But I do think Moses Leo is someone that we're going to be looking to moving on pretty quickly. Cooper Clark, again, not someone you really look at in the FRF position, but a solid player and has a bright Supercoach future. We've spoken about everyone else. We spoke about Kamakamika last week, again, with a break-even of 6, guys. A break-even of 6. He now gets 42 points, playing in the lock and starting in the lock position. The problem is his minutes are limited, but still he could be a nice cash gen for you, but you'd have to trade him out very, very quickly. Let's talk about the Dragons. Valentine Holmes with 2 tries and 94 points. 2 tries that were basically, I'm not going to say gifted, but they're not him creating a lot. I think Sua for the Dragons has been really, really impressive, 75. And I think the change of the scoring has benefited him a bit. The biggest talking point in this game by far for me is Toby Couchman. Now, I'm an owner of Toby Couchman. 43 points only in Supercoach with, I think it was 43 minutes for memory. He started the game and all of a sudden just came off for a massive stint. And I was like, is he injured? What's happened with Couchman? He's on 33 points. Like, what is going on? Looking at it, he wasn't injured. Ryan Couchman came on, gets a 69. Hamish Stewart had an amazing play where he dummied, went through the line. And this is just, I feel like this is weird coaching. I don't understand this. I really don't. It must be the forward rotation. Now, Josh Kerr did get injured this game, but I think maybe came back, but that's something I have to look at and see. But the bench and what Couchman is worth, 588,000 to get a 43. Now, I said last week, even though he got like a 78 or a 73, I can't remember what it was, that he was still someone I was monitoring closely because they went to overtime. They went to Golden Point. They were versing the Bulldogs in Las Vegas. It was just inflated minutes and inflated scores. This is a worrying factor for me. He did have a nice bump in the scoring changes, but I think I'm very close to going Toby Couchman down to Ryan Couchman. As I said, I wanted to evaluate. Now I still have Jesse Colquhoun. If I go Toby Couchman down to Ryan Couchman, I've just got these two guys making cash, and I'm very, very happy with that. My team value is looking very nice, very nice. Anything else here? Setu 2, look, if you're an owner and you're like, you didn't watch the game, I had him as a reserve. Mistake by me. It happens. But the ball just didn't go to him, man. And when it went right, it just stopped at Valentine Holmes. It was really annoying to watch. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know what to say. Again, we have to monitor this. He's very talented and he can be a tackle buster, but if the ball's not getting to him, there's nothing much we can do. And he might be a sell soon if that is still the case. However, the St. George Dragons have a very nice draw coming up, which I've spoken about before. So they've got through Bulldogs and Melbourne. They now have Para away, which should be a points fest. Gold Coast away, North Queensland, Manly, Souths away, and that Manly game's at home. And then they have the Roosters into a bye, into Newcastle, into Penrith away, into New Zealand. That is an absolutely amazing draw. Ryan Couchman 69.57, his most traded in this week. Yeah, he was. I didn't pull the plug on it. Still not mad about it because he's going to come into my team next week, or this week coming, I should say. So yeah, is what it is. But I get Jesse Colquhoun again. I get his score this week. I think he had a 67, which is huge. I took a gamble. Hey, can someone in the chat tell me, or if you're listening on audio, Spotify, YouTube, if I don't trade Jesse Colquhoun out this week, right? Like, let's say, I think it was about 6,000 people traded out Jesse Colquhoun this week. They most probably went to Ryan Couchman. Does that mean because I held him, I anti-potted? Is that the correct term? Or what does it mean? Like, I thought it was called anti-potting when you hold someone and don't trade them out when everyone or majority of the competition does. Is that called anti-potting, or what is the term for that? Because now Jesse Colquhoun, it might be a pod, right? Because a lot of people traded him out. I didn't. He went like really well, got a bit more minutes. What's that term called? Or is there just no term? I'm really curious about that. Cook 62, interesting because there was still no Little in this game. Leilua 62. That's interesting to see. His break even is 34. He's 420,000. I'm just wondering if changes start getting made for the Dragons because of the first two losses. I mean, they were so close this game. I know it was 46-20, but it really wasn't that type of game. Like, you're most really thinking this was a schmozzling from the start. It really wasn't like that. I think they gassed out pretty much after 50 minutes. It's just a good hold. I know that, but is there a term? Is there a term for it? I thought it was called anti-potting. Atkinson for sure a hold. Don't think there's a point where you go Atkinson to Sanders. What did Atkinson got a 59 this game? Well, this is why I say you should always wait until the second round is finished, because look how the tables have turned from Ethan Sanders to now Atkinson. That's very good. I think there's a chance. I know this sounds crazy, but like, you take Ethan Sanders 95 from his first game, which will bump up his price, and then you kind of just go straight to Atkinson with Atkinson's draw. Anti-potting would be not getting Cleary and hoping he does bad. Oh. So I basically just held and potted from it. Okay. He was 62 but downgraded. Okay, sure. Hamish Stewart, 51, in a game where Toby Couchman had limited minutes as well, is still a bit iffy. Also, Hamish Stewart had a line break in this game and nearly got a try assist. So these, if I'm a Hamish Stewart owner, I'm like, cool, this is good to see, but I'm also like, this is not really what I expected. Or I just think it's Couchman, where you're just like, I think he's just the guy you go to. I really like Sewer as well. I think Sewer's been performing phenomenally well in this team, and he's going to reap the benefits in their draw as well. I think they're obviously due for a win soon. It was very hard loss against the Bulldogs. So that's going to be interesting to see. Also, we have to understand and just monitor that both Flanagan and Atkinson did have calf injuries or leg injuries, but they both still continued to play. It looked bad at a point for Daniel Atkinson, but he just got on with it. I wonder if he pulls up sore. That's going to be interesting to see. But there's a lot of value in this Dragons team. There really is. I think Holmes still has value, especially with the draw coming up now. Obviously, Ryan Couchman, Leilua, Atkinson, Hamish Stewart offers value. And that would most probably maybe set to 2 as well, obviously being a cheapie. So there's a huge amount of value in this Dragons team. So that's something we have to monitor as well. That is the wrap up for the Dragons Storm game, 46-20. Let's get to the Panthers versus the Sharks. Oh my gosh. I said it last week and I'll say it again. Don't chase the points. I mean, Nico Hines, Braden Trindle, Jesse Ramian, all brought down back to earth. 41 for Ramian, 41 for Hines. And then where is Braden Trindle? 24 for Trindle. And what did also Cody Walker get? 36, 38. All I can hear is Iro to Val. It's virtually something that you could look at. But yeah. Very, very dominant one-sided game. I think you're now seeing that Panthers are the best defensive team in the comp. I think they will be the best defensive team in the comp this whole season. They're pretty much back for it with a vengeance. To'o was absolutely incredible in the first 25 minutes. Cleary was clearly the MVP of this whole game. He just started off with like a really good 40-20 that changed the complete momentum. Sharks came out really strong and he just third tackle 40-20 and it was like, this is what he does. 109. I think if you started with Cleary, you're ahead of the competition and in a way definitely of halfbacks now because, you know, Hines comes out with a 41. I think Cleary is the guy you just have to look at getting in very, very soon, especially if he has a break even that I think he can beat. I'm looking at getting him in pretty much ASAP, especially when Sam Walker isn't doing as much as I expected. Also with Sam Walker, I know we're not speaking about that game, but I heard because I was out and I wasn't watching the games, and you guys can maybe tell me that DCE was a bit more controlling in this game. Like the DCE to Desco combo was more prevalent. And maybe I'm wrong on that, but yeah, I might have to watch highlights again or just get some more information. Again, Sione Katoa with a 74, very good, but he also got a try this game. Britton Nickera with no try and a 67 is absolutely massive. Again, if you've traded out Pezzett and Jesse Colquhoun, learn from this. This is exactly why you don't react to round one scores. Because Jesse Colquhoun with the 67, that might not burn you as much because you've gone to a Ryan Couchman, but still, he's someone that is now going to make some cash. He's someone that I think with a break even of 24 next week, he's still going to be in the Sharks team. He's still going to look good. So yeah, it hurts to see that. You expected him to get like a 40, 45. That didn't happen. He went like 20 over. Blake Brayley, 61. I spoke about him a lot in the preseason. I was going to go to him. I'm glad I didn't. But, I mean, he just feels like he's on par with his scores where Harry Grant's just playing at an elite level. Okay, let's talk about KL Iro. It's such a weird subject because the Sharks are going right a lot of the times, but today they did go left more and more consistently. I can't get a read on this because he versed the Panthers and scored 55, right? Doing absolutely nothing. And I think there's going to be a period or just something happen where he explodes and it comes out of nowhere. And I know it sucks, but maybe he's the one player we just sit on. They have Dolphins next, Canberra away, who leaked 40 points to Warriors, and then they have New Zealand at home. I don't think I don't want to own Iro against them. Like, I think I'd be very scared if Sharks versus these three teams and I don't own Iro. So for me, I'm going to hold. I told you my trades next week are likely going to be Toby Couchman to Ryan Couchman. Bring Fafita to starting field. Couchman will be an emergency. And then likely Reed Marnie to Harry Grant. Again, not 100% on that, but I have to look at things. Nico Hines, again, 41. It's tough when you only score 6 points. He did look okay at times. He was running and attacking a bit more, which is what I like. But yeah, I think this is just how Sharks are, right? They verse a shit team. They absolutely dominate. You see these 100 scores. You see 90 plus scores. They verse a good team. They look like absolute garbage. And then it's just a complete roller coaster of scores with them. I'm really surprised by Britton Nikора's score of 67 this game. Again, also what I think we may see with the Sharks is that maybe the ball starts going left a bit more, because I saw that today. Iro looked more active, or the ball was just going to him a bit more. He did get a line break assist as well, where they didn't score off it, but Stone Street broke the line from it, which is good. Ramian 41. I mean, I think you'll live with these scores. I still think you're going to make money off these guys. But it's just like, when do you get rid of them? So if you started with them, I don't think it's a bad thing. Like, I can't be here saying like, oh my gosh, you started with Trindle, you're such a moron. Look at him, he got a 24. Now, I think if you traded in for Trindle, you're chasing points, and this is like a learning lesson from it, because you're going to have to trade him out pretty soon, I think, to just get the cash he's made and run off with it. But again, it's just how the Sharks are as a team. Also, another big talking point is Adam Fanua-Blake, 47. Very rough. The one thing I don't like about Adam Fanua-Blake is the other elite FRFs, when they lose or are getting dominated, they still hold their points. Like, Colo loses to Roosters, still gets 60 something. Payne Haas might get dominated by Panthers, but still will go 60 plus. When it's Adam Fanua-Blake, because he's on like lower minutes, I think it impacts him more. I don't think he's Supercoach relevant anymore. I really don't. I think he was at the Warriors. At the Sharks, he's not being utilized the same he was at the Warriors. Not to say he's being utilized incorrectly. I'm just saying he's not being utilized in a Supercoach relevant way that we're used to seeing him like he was at the Warriors. So I think he's a massive sell. Just get out. You tried. You thought he might have had a better season. Go find another FRF. It might be Hopgood. It might be Colo. I think they're two picks you can look at. But that's how I sort of look at things there. Let's talk about the Panthers. There's so many talking points here. So again, Cleary, I think, is an absolute must-have now. Like I'm not saying get him straight away, but I'm saying like when you can get him, because him putting up 109 and then a 60, he's not going to lose too much cash. And I just think the way the ball hits his hands every time and he commands the game, you were scared of the first 4 or 5 rounds, I think it was. Let's have a look quickly. So the Panthers had Broncos away, which everyone thought would be a tough game. It wasn't. Then it's like Sharks, and everyone's like, well, that'll be a tough game. Guess what? It wasn't. Sydney Roosters, well, they're still leaking points. That's scary. Then they have Parramatta. Melbourne are still giving up points. I mean, against Dragons, look what they leaked today. Bulldogs away, which will be a tough game. And then you've got this absolutely amazing run of like Dolphins, Newcastle, Manly, Canberra, St. George. So I honestly think the time is now for Cleary, and I just don't want to miss out. He did get a pretty lucky-ish try today where it just fell to him. He grabbed it, picked it up, and sort of just went over the line. But that happens. Holy crap, I hope my wife wasn't like, oh, no, I'm good. My son is up, but I'm all good. All right. So yeah, so I think Cleary is very close to a must-have, if not a must-have, in my opinion. To'o was, again, absolutely amazing in the first 25, 30 minutes of this game. Tackle busting. He's honestly someone who you could definitely go to down from Iro if you're really over Iro. I think he's someone who you can also just possibly get in. He looked really good. Casey McLean was much better today. 76, really, really good. The left side is clicking. I saw someone ask, is Jenkins a must-have? I don't think he's a must-have. He's very relevant, but the way the Panthers are playing, he could be a huge beneficiary of that. Another big talking point. Okay, Isaiah Papali'i, he's starting to look like an absolute workhorse. Started today. Let's have a look at how many minutes Isaiah Papali'i had, because that's really important as well. And I also want to look at the minutes of Isaiah Yeo, because I think these are two very important subjects. I'm pretty sure Yeo got 80 minutes today, but again, the minutes I really want to look at. So, oh gosh, I cannot operate a computer. All right, so let's look at it here. So, Isaiah Papali'i had 80 minutes today. Wow, that is really, really encouraging. I think Isaiah Papali'i is someone who we have to start considering heavily, because if you didn't watch the game, he wasn't like someone who was breaking the line or anything. He was just a complete unfollowed after you played 2 over Lasardi. Zero logic. I'm a gambler, Kurt. You know, let me tell you something, Kurt. Maybe it'll make you follow me again. Last season, everyone was captaining fullbacks, and there was one round where I just believed in the Tigers. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to captain Api Coruscant, just off a whim. That day, Api Coruscant got 143 points. 143 points. Now, what's the lesson I'm trying to teach you? Well, the lesson is this. When you go with your gut, there's many times you may fail. But when you succeed, the ceiling feels great. And yes, I failed this time with Setu too. I admit it. Lasardi, base machine, against the Dragons, sure. I thought he'd maybe get a 50. Thought he'd maybe get a 60. But I really thought Setu was going to have a nice game where he'd score a try. And now you're breaking my soul. I apologize. But yeah, you're right. You're right. I don't know what I was doing. Anyway, you've sidetracked me, and that's on you. Anyone else here from the Panthers we want to speak about? Isaiah Yeo, 62. I don't think he's a trade out. He's just someone that gets you kind of like a flat 62. Plays 80 minutes. Didn't he play 80 minutes today, Yeo? Played 72 minutes. I don't think this is an issue, guys. I don't think this is an issue. What I've seen is that Yeo, they were absolutely dominating the Broncos. He came off 59 minutes. Today, there was an inkling that Sharks were making a comeback. He stayed on, and he gets 72 minutes here. Now, the only issue is if Panthers start absolutely dominating, he may get rested a lot. What about Friday's games? I was out. I can't really comment on them. I was out partying. But yeah, so I don't think, like, why is Yo such a trade out? Yo came off for Cogger, and then Cogger got concussed. So is that why Yo came on? Interesting. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. Okay, still don't think he's a massive trade out. Like, guys, he might get you a 55, but surely there's more issues in your team. Like, surely you have a lot of good 2RFs or a bigger issue you have to focus on. Like, is Yo at a 62 with a break even of 63 really someone you're like, oh, I got to get him out? Like, what else do you, surely you got bigger issues. Why is Cleary a must? He's only outscored Nico by 2 points over 2 rounds. Well, I'll tell you why. One is consistency. That's a big factor in Supercoach because he is just the best player to ever play this game. 2, he is playing in a team that is just absolutely dominating points-wise, and he's only going to get a better ceiling from it. 3, and this is most probably the most important one, there's less chance of Nico Hines being outreachable in terms of price tag than what Cleary is. So let's say Panthers come out next week, hypothetically, right? Or no, let's say you let Panthers happen next week, right? That's fine. Maybe he goes 70 next week, right? Completely fine. So against the Roosters, he goes 75, 70, and you're like, okay, that's fine. But then when they verse Para and you don't have him, he goes 143. The price he's going to get to is going to be so absurd where you're going to have to just nuke your team in some way or like have a deficit somewhere where I don't want to have to do that. I'd rather be proactive rather than reactive. So that's where I'm coming from. Whereas if Nico goes 130, 40, he's going to have like dropouts in his rolling average because of his kind of roller coaster scores where you're like, okay, he's got a good draw coming up. I can get to him. He's cheaper. But if Cleary goes up to like 850,000 or something up there, you're going to have to try and tear apart your team some way. That's what I kind of mean. And I feel like if Cleary was in my team, I'd just feel safer. I'm like, I don't need to worry about that. Nico went 130s and wasn't in everything like Trindle. They versed the Titans, okay, who looked abysmal. They looked close to, if not worse than Parramatta. They now have the Dolphins. Great. Maybe you want to get Nico now if you don't have him. Canberra, New Zealand. They do have a good draw. I'm not saying that Nico's like terrible. I'm saying that Cleary is more consistent. Like, forget about averages, what someone averages. I'm saying consistency. Like, comparing Nico to Cleary is going to get you that 60, 70, 110, 130, 60, 75, where Nico's going to be like, oh, I can captain Nico this round for maybe 115, but then he gets a 37, and then it's like a 50, and then it's like 105, and then it's like 47, and then it's like 120. You see what I mean? That's where I'm getting to. So like in that terms is like his price sort of goes like this, but Cleary's is kind of like benchmarked. I don't know. I think for me personally, I'm just trying to get Cleary and either Hines in ASAP or Cleary and Dewey in ASAP. So I'm not saying that I don't want Hines. I'm just saying Cleary is getting to the point where it's kind of getting scary not having him. Like, if I said to you, would you rather Cleary in your team right now or not? You'd clearly say yes. You'd clearly say, I want him in my team, especially after tonight. Like, Sharks are a good defensive team, and look at what Panthers did to them tonight. That's all I'm trying to say. Whether you, again, my opinion, guys, my opinion. If you're like, I don't agree with that, I'm going to hold off on Cleary. Do your thing and go with your gut. That's exactly what I always say. Again, where are we here? NRL matches. So Penrith Panthers. So Supercoach wise, again on that, I think Blaze had a nice game as well, but I don't see him being Supercoach relevant. I really don't. In the 5/8 position, not yet anyway. I don't think he's at that like step yet, and everything just runs through Cleary. Well, speaking about Isaiah Yeo, I think he's someone you can hold for now, but if you're not, I think a lot of people went to him because they were like, oh, there was 6-point upside with the scoring changes, but if his minutes are reduced and we're seeing the minutes reduced consistently, okay, then we can start speaking about it. But again, it's just something we have to monitor, and I don't think he's a priority out at the moment. But again, something we definitely should monitor. And if you want to pull the plug on it, just because you've seen him twice now get limited minutes, like essentially 59 minutes last week, then comes off for Cogger this week, but Cogger gets HIA, so he has to come back on. Completely fine. So look into that as you will. But I don't think if you don't trade him out, you're not going to lose too much money. So you don't need to worry about that too much. Again, I think a big watch for me is Isaiah Papali'i. Getting 80 minutes is absolutely huge. And I think that is it for Penrith. Anyone else for Sharks we missed? No, Billy Burns not really Supercoach relevant. No, I think we're very good. Selling Yeo for Martin for cash gen. That is a lot of cash gen. That's a lot of money you're going to get in your salary. That is interesting. But if you feel like Yeo's a must get out of here, then go for it. Does anyone have any questions? Let me just scroll up here. See if there's any questions. Yeo is a sell. So a lot of you think Yeo is a sell. I'm keen on iPad, but what about when Martin comes back? Does Garner spell him? So hard to tell. But other than that, I'm keen on him. I just think it was a really good sign that I think last week he went from being on the bench, to starting to being on the bench, then still got 60 minutes. Now this week he gets 80 minutes. Very interesting to see. And I think because they've been so successful tonight, it only makes things a bit better for him. So that's going to be interested. But yeah, also Danny, you say Yeo is being rested more this year whenever they can. That is also the thing. Maybe because they play so well and they might be just super dominant this season, that if they're winning 34-0 or 34-6, that he's just going to be like, Ivan's going to be like, just get Yeo off. Like, he's getting older. Give him a rest. Yeah, so I do agree. I do see where you guys are coming from. Sharks look like flat track bullies. I don't know what that means. Yeo will very soon be a sell. Okay. Go for it. Go for it, guys. They played the Titans though. You would score 130 against them. That's true. That's true. Anyway, that's the wrap up, guys. Does anyone have Herbie Farnworth captain in here? Does anyone? Yeah, Moses Leo on forward watch, couple price rises and he's gone. He was on 13 at the 7. Was he on 13 at 79th minute? That is insane. Wow, he got a lot of points for that. I didn't realize he got that much points. What's that? 35 points he got for that play? Yeah, wow, that's scary. Thoughts on Skelton's 94 and 64 minutes with May going down? I think it's a very big watch, Howie. I think it's very big. It's more dependent on Taylor May's injury. You think they'll rest Cleary in blowouts? Yeah, you could be right too. I think there's more chance of them resting Yeo in blowouts, but yes, you could be right on that too. Me. So you guys have Herbie. Well, I'm sorry to tell you guys, but Herbie is going to get a solid. Okay, let's all guess right now. I want you to put in, what does Herbie get tomorrow? Be realistic. I'm going to say on a limb, he gets 102. Let's see who gets the closest. I'm going to say Herbie Farnworth tomorrow gets 102 points against the Titans. If it's anything higher, I'm likely losing my NRL fantasy head-to-head. 92, 64, 94. No one's going 100? You don't think he's going to pop the trip digits, guys? Wait, what's going on here? Why are all your scores so low? Don't you believe in the Dolphins' domination? Let's go, Herbie. I need it. Captain Herbie, I'm shitting bricks. You got this. Oh, Turbo Captain Howie. Interesting. Okay, could you guys also do me a flavor? Did you do a Warriors versus Raiders? You know what? Let's just do it now. Let's just do it now. I didn't watch these games, guys. Like, I saw the highlights because I had to go out that night. Let's just go through it now. Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe you guys can help me here, right? So I know that Halasima had a crazy game. Actually, maybe we can look at this together. Let's just have a little, have a little squiz since I've got the time to do it. Okay. So Halasima scored 2 tries. Okay. Is anyone thinking that Tanner Boyd is just turned into a beast out of nowhere and is literally like a plausible play in like a flex position where you just get him in for cash gen? Am I crazy in thinking this? Or just literally, I don't even know what's going on. You think Dolphins are going to lose to the Titans? I will be very surprised if that happens. That will be crazy. All right, let's look at this. So Halasima top scores with 105 Supercoach points. I actually haven't done any digging into this. Oh, also, Chanel Harris Tavita, did he get injured pre-match in warm-up, or did he get injured during the game? Like, what happened there? Oh, he got injured 9 minutes in. Okay. Wow. Wait, why does he have no points, though? Did he score no points in 9 minutes and just got injured? Capewell got injured before kickoff. Okay. Wow. Can I just say, if any of you guys are Warriors fans in here, what an effort this team has shown. Like, this is most probably the first time I've seen Warriors perform at an 80-minute level in a long time. He got knocked out. Ooh, was it Cat 1? And Capewell did a calf pre-match. Wow. So who came on for... Did Tuapiki come? My boy, Tane Tuapiki. I love Tane. I love Tane Tuapiki. I don't care what anyone says. This guy to me... Okay, that's actually a little watch for me. Because maybe, I don't know if you guys play NRL fantasy as well, but like, I love Tane Tuapiki. Lecker took his spot. Okay, so Lecker dominated. So now is Lecker just someone, like if Kurt Capewell comes out to be out for like 5 weeks, is Lecker Halasima just someone we suddenly look at? Jacob Laban got 65 minutes? Our super coach turns itself on its head. Jackson Ford also had a cracker of a game, right? Wow. Okay, let's look at the Supercoach scores. I'm interested to see. Yes, they scored 40 points. Ali Leataua gets 77 points. That's crazy. Tane Tuapiki got 52. What did Tanner Boyd get? 93. Holy, what's he valid? Oh, he's 574,000? Bro, Tanner Boyd's break even next week is going to be insane. Are you telling me that Tanner Boyd had a minus 14 break even prior to this game? Oh my God. Okay. Am I crazy for thinking that you go Sam Walker down to Tanner Boyd, get Tanner Boyd's cash and go up to Cleary immediately? Is that just dumb? How much cash is he going to make? Ford is looking amazing this season, and it's all thanks to Mitch Barnett. Lecker could be the trade for Yar pending TLT. Okay. When isn't Mitch Barnett due back also round 5-ish for memory? Watani Zelezniak got 72 points. Who else is really Supercoach relevant? I'm surprised Chance Nickel Cookstad in a game where it's 40 points is only on 41 Supercoach. How did Roger Tuivasa-Sheck only get 40 points in a 40-point game? What? Did he play 80? Okay, that's just weird. And he goal kicked? Okay, that's interesting. He'll have a how did you work that out, Jaden? Who taught you maths? What's going on there? The cheaper halves will make more cash. Yeah. C and K. Oh, they moved C and K to 5'8". Okay, now that. Oh, so they moved. Oh no, am I thinking of Tane Tuapiki? No, who's the other guy that I love in Warriors? Not Tane Tuapiki. Who's the halfback? Hold on. Where is he? Who am I thinking of? Who's the other halfback for them that starts with T? What's Warriors draw looking like? It's looking like Newcastle away, West Tigers at home. Okay. No, seriously. Tanner Boyd comes in for 2 games. You shift. Tanner Boyd comes in for Newcastle and West Tigers. Then in round 5, you go to Cleary against Melbourne. That sounds awful. Then in round 5, you go to, I don't know, Tamari Martin. That's who it is. Nah, Tamari Martin. I love Tamari Martin. He is such an undervalued player there, but I get it. But I think he should go to another team. He just doesn't have the spot on this team. I think he needs to go somewhere else because he's actually a really, really good player. All right. Gosh, I love chatting with you guys. It's late night, Saturday, talking NRL Supercoach. Oh, God help me. James Fisher-Harris has also been amazing. Can I just say, James Fisher-Harris and Jackson Ford have been 2 amazing front row forwards, and I think have stepped up so crazy this season that it's really, really been the key for Warriors. That is insane. Obviously, Aaron Clark does Aaron Clark things, but these 2 guys have come out of nowhere. TMM due back round 10. Oh, he's injured. I didn't know that. Tanner has scored in both games, by the way, and so he deserves it. He deserves it. I'm going to put my hand up. I thought Tanner Boyd at the Gold Coast Titans, I said this multiple times, I'm like, how is this guy even in the NRL? These first 2 games, I've never been proven wrong so much. Now I'm just thinking Titans just make players look bad. Great live stream. Oh, thanks, man. Full of 3 named players. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouth. Like Tanner Stower-Smith, Charles Nickel-Cookstad. Oh, is that a New Zealand thing? Like Charles Nickel-Cookstad, Tanner Stower-Smith, Dane Wateni Zelezniak, Roger Tuivasa-Sheck. Is that like a New Zealand thing that a lot of people will be like that? Like they'll have like the hyphens in them and stuff. That's kind of cool. I like that. Also, Ethan Sanders getting 37. It's funny how like the halfbacks have had a bit of a switch. Maybe they'll be par on par. If you guys did trade from Atkinson to Sanders, I think you're going to be a tiny bit scared now because the draw is opening up for St. George, but for Canberra, I think it's actually tough. So they have Bulldogs, Sharks, Newcastle, South, Melbourne. I mean, pretty tough 2 games coming up. Shit week for me so far. Didn't have Grant or Far Logo or Latrell Mitchell, Herbie and Ponga. Oh gosh. Oh, so you have Herbie and Ponga? Yeah, I'm actually on a pretty good week so far this week. I'm at 11.25 and I've got 3 players to go. two players. 1, 2, 3. I have Mooney, Farnworth, and Kinney. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I didn't use any trades. I held all my trades, guys. I now have 5 boosts and 46 trades. Woohoo! Oh, you need Herbie and Ponga to save you. Okay. Feels like the whole NRL fan base are loving what Tanner is doing. Happy for him. Yeah, I think that's exactly a great way to put it. Are you serious? His try assist was insane to Val. You're responding to Howie. What did Howie say? Atkinson looks so... Bro, Howie, did you see the try assist he did? He mate, he stepped away from the line and away from Valentine's, but then just did an absolute laser pass to Val. It was insane. And I think with their draw opening up, he's going to be the guy. I think Atkinson, after the Sanders, gets this little, whatever he gets, Atkinson will be the halfback you want. Herbie a good 100 and I'm happy. What about his kicks and shit? He threw one good ball on compressed defense. Yeah, but we're talking about him from a Supercoach standpoint. I mean, if you want to talk about him as a player, sure. I mean, he's still got development in him, but from a Supercoach standpoint, I think he's going to revel in their draw, which is, again, let me remind you, Parramatta, Gold Coast, North Queensland, Manly, South. Let me say this one more time. They have Parramatta, Gold Coast, North Queensland, Manly, Souths. I mean, I'm scared not to have him. I'll be honest with you. I will be honest with you on that one. All right. So anything else here to talk about the beautiful Warriors? And it was pissing down rain, wasn't it? So that's... Can I just also say, this you know how we get this predetermined message of things start slow in the NRL? These first 2 rounds of scoring have been so insane that I'm just throwing that out the window from now on. I'm never taking that as a preconceived anything. I'm sick of hearing it. Roosters versus Rabbitohs, again, didn't get to watch this game, but watched the highlights. I think Latrell Mitchell is going to be a must-have this season. He's just so good. He's just so good. It goes to them. Try assist, that left edge is really, really nice. He's the goal kicker. South obviously look like a much better team. I also think Cameron Murray has had 2 incredibly hot and strong games with getting, I think he's got 60 plus both games. What's he priced at though? 580 something? 548,000. Now, I do know that they have the bye coming up and they also have... So they have West Tigers by Bulldogs Canberra. It's so interesting. So maybe you can wait after the Bulldogs game. I don't think Melbourne are a red team anymore, by the way. I do not think they're a red defensive team. I really don't. So I think that's fake news. He is no Cleary, though. Atkinson, of course he's not. AJ, the Golden God. Okay, can we also talk about Crichton? Did anyone watch this game? Did he look good? Is he really under par? Do you think he's a trade out? Because in NRL fantasy, I'm getting rid of him next week. He's really been pissing me off. Did he do anything good this game? Did anyone watch this game? Did he get a try assist or anything crazy? I might as well check, but I'm just really confused at this point in time about Angus Crichton. Angus Crichton played 77 minutes for 39 total points, obviously in NRL fantasy, 33 post-contact meters. He had 2 tackle breaks, 1 offload, 30 tackles. I mean, Angus has checked out. Okay, that's what I'm thinking, man. I'm just he's not the Angus of old. Yeah, he's not the Angus of old. Connor Watson got more minutes this game, right? I still don't get what they're doing with... Okay, so this is looking a bit iffy for you if you don't have Brandon Smith. I think even though he'll make you a bit of money, I still think the hold on Brandon Smith would be the correct choice. I think Roosters winning this game is very, very good, and a credit to that would be Robert Toya. Him being back, he's really good at defense, really strong player. Sua Wang starting was also a big thing. I didn't get to watch, but this seemed like quite a low-scoring game just in terms of like it was very physical. I think someone said that Cody Walker got mentally like just not burnt, but like just mentally baited this game, as I've spoken about before. For him to get a 34, that's pretty insane to me. Well, it's not insane. It's exactly why I said not to trade him in last week, because that's what he's capable of. So I think in a game where they still score 18 points, that's kind of not good to see. You think Iro's looking like a sell? It's close. I don't think he's a sell yet, though, because he can pop 110 and then he's an immediate buy or just close to it. I don't know, though. Jai Gray, 46 if you went there. I think he's a sell with what the fullbacks are doing. As I said before, Far Logo, if you don't have him, you're getting him ASAP. Like, he's a must-have. I think at the moment there's two must-haves if you don't have them. One is definitely Far Logo. Two, I think personally, is Harry Grant. And three, it's close to being Cleary. That's my take. Cody lost his cool. He was giving away penalties and they got under his skin. Didn't I speak about this in the round 2 strategy or in one video where I'm like, you target Cody Walker's mental state and like try and make him angry and he does stupid stuff? I swear I talked about it once in a video. I can't remember when. Also, Alex Johnson getting that record is absolutely insane. David Fafita and Colo just seem so good in this team. The thing is the buy. So you don't want to get Cameron Murray yet. I think you wait. But for me, I'm going to have the buy. So I'm going to get hit with Mitchell, Fafita, Colo, which is fine because I have Trey Mooney and Payne Haas. And then obviously, like, that's just how the cookie crumbles. I think I'm going to make $2 million next week. Congratulations. I hope we all do. Sam Walker. Okay, let's talk about Sam Walker. Is Sam Walker a must trade out? I think he is. Considering what Dewey did today, considering even what like Hines did in the first round, and considering what Cleary is doing, and obviously you've got someone like Tanner Boyd there who could even be someone you go to from Sam Walker. I think Sam Walker is now a trade out. A 51 with an 86 break even at 683,000. I think he's gone. I think Sam Walker's gone for me. Again, they have Penrith next. Then they have a buy in round 5. Yes. No. But yeah, so they have Penrith, then Manly away, into a bye, into Sharks away. I think he's pretty much gone for me. Walker is overrated. He's definitely not. He's an amazing player, but maybe towards like the second half of the season, he's going to be better. You're trading Walker to Dewey. So West Tigers have Souths away, New Zealand away. Oh, man. I think I'm just going to try and get to Cleary or... I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I'm actually so tempted to do the Tanner Boyd play. Oh, my God. I can't believe I just said that out loud. If you get Dewey and Sam Walker... If you've got Dewey and Sam Walker, where would you go? Either Nico Hines, because they verse Dolphins, Canberra, New Zealand. Or I would go Cleary. And honestly, I think Tanner Boyd. Am I crazy in saying this? Is like Tanner Boyd, maybe Jerome Hughes could be mentioned as well, but I think Tanner Boyd deserves a mention. He's going to make a lot of cash. Tigers played like a top 4 team. Watch this space. It's been one game, man. It's been one game. But yeah, they played pretty good. What else here? Cody Walker, Tallis Duncan. I still don't understand the Duncan play. I really don't. Ewan Aitken. I just think Duncan should be starting. That's just me though. Fantasy relevant players in Rabbitohs: Latrell Mitchell, David Fafita, Colo, Cam Murray. Campbell Graham got a 50 this game. I still don't think. I mean, it's not bad, but I don't think he's super coach relevant. Heaps being on the right side. Tigers played the Spooners, bro. Sam Walker to Tanner Boyd. That's crazy. I'm actually so curious to see the trades come Monday because I think a lot of people are going to go Tanner Boyd. White fell off. What did Naf White get? 46. He doesn't have a lot of offloads in him. He's not super good. He's a great forward, and I think he's got a lot of promise, but he doesn't offload as much as what he should or what Roosters do in general. I think Sua Wong is the guy you look at super coach wise. He's so good. If he gets more minutes or starting consistently, did he play 80 minutes? There's no way he did, right? Sua Wong played 80 minutes this game? Huh? That's really big. Sua Wong getting 80 minutes is absolutely huge. You need to get Boyd. That's what being a super coach podcaster is all about. Oh, man, you are full of bait. Bait. Okay, this is a big watch now. I didn't realize he got 80 minutes. That's very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. That's interesting on both Supercoach and fantasy for me. Okay. That's super good to know. Nat Butcher 35 minutes. Did anything happen this game for Sua Wong to get 80 minutes, guys? Or did he just get a flat out 80 minutes? Does anyone know? Because that's really insane to me. Does anyone know that? Radley will come back on the right though. Oh, Radley's so overrated, man. That guy's one concussion away from retirement. Surely Radley would not spell. Isn't Sua Wong right side though and Radley's left? Isn't Radley left side? Or am I crazy? I swear I thought Radley was left side. Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, they're missing Bradley and Spencer. I think Isaiah Papali is the go anyway. All right. Well, there you go. I did a little quick wrap up for you guys on those two games because you asked as well. So basically, we just did a full wrap up. Okay, guys, tell me right now. Give me your tips. Sea Eagles win or Knights win? Dolphins win or Titans win? I'm going to say Sea Eagles win by 6 points. I'm going to say the Dolphins win by 12 points. And there's my final answer. Victor is a lock. Manly Dolphins. Okay. Let's see how we go, eh? Do you know who was in my draft team as well today? Let me show you. I forgot about my draft team this week. I had Jenkins on the bench. I'm a moron, I know. Chanel Harris Tafita is in my draft team and Metcalf, guys. Not looking good. Not looking good. Oh, you know what I should check? Wait, how do you go to free agents in this stupid thing? Can I not look at it yet? How do you look at free agents, or do you need to wait till it unlocks? Am I dumb? Players? Oh, wait, it's here, right? Filter. Free agents. Ooh. I just want to see if Ryan Couchman is here. Free agents. Let's. How would I do this? Ryan. He's not. Damn. Okay, interesting. Gerald Skelton is here. Interesting. Okay, so let's see. Knights 1 to 12, Dolphins 13 plus. Waiver claims after round 3. Oh. Manly by 2, Dolphins by 18. I don't mind that. I think Manly can definitely win tomorrow. You had Farloga on the bench for draft? What? Why? You forgot? Or you just thought they weren't going to play well? Turbo on a dry track at home, Manly to bounce back. Very interesting to see what the Supercoach scores will be. I think people think Ponga is going to do something similar to Vegas. I'm going to say Ponga comes out and gets about a 60. I'm also going to say that Dylan Brown has a better game because Fletcher Sharp won't be there. But I still think Manly will win. I think I'm very interested to see how Cooler goes as well. Paseka, also another big watch. And then obviously, I'm just curious to see if Gold Coast Titans have a bit of a bounce back. Now, I don't think they'll win, but I don't think they're going to lose as crazy as what people may think. But we'll see. We'll see. They most probably will. Had Ponga starting, to be honest, wasn't sure what type of because you have Ponga and Farlogo. That's fair. That's fair. It's hard when you don't get reserves. Knights bus broke down. Bad juju. Oh, yep. That's game over. That's game over. That is awesome. Anyway, guys, that's the wrap up for Saturday night, plus a little extra bonus. We did Sydney Roosters Souths, West Tigers, and North Queensland game. Hey, if you guys does anyone play games here? Do you guys play PC games? Or are you guys just Supercoach fantasy nerds? I've been playing Marathon at the moment and been absolutely loving it. I don't know if you guys are little gamers. You guys little gamers? Titans will look better with JC, but JC's not back. Agree with your predictions. Thank you. COD. Nice. Appreciate the stream. I appreciate you, Rosa. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we won't be doing wrap-ups every single night, but for now, when I get the chance to, I am going to do it. I still am going to do like the final wrap-up of the week, but I think I'm going to do like a summarized version if I do these stream marathon. I do it on Twitch. I don't get many viewers, but I like to separate it from Rage Traders. So yeah. If you want to come through, it will be this. That will be my Twitch. PS4 on the blink. You know, it's a great game coming out, guys. I'm going to show you a really good game if you're into games. I suggest you get this game. It comes out very soon. Let me just see. It is called, if you want to look at some gameplay of it, I would check this video out.
Look at my rate of the week.
This game is coming out March 20th. It's called Crimson Desert, and it's looking very, very good. Very juicy. Anyway, let's wrap that up here. I'm about to go chuck my Twitch stream on and just game and chill out and play some Marathon and maybe play like Hearthstone or Slay the Spire 2 after it and just chill out. Thank you for watching, everyone. Thank you for being here. Thanks for supporting, as always. And I will see you guys either tomorrow or the day after for the last wrap-up video and like a full summary video and what we need to look out for. So take care. Good luck with your teams. To all the Herbie captainers, don't stress. He's going to get 102 points. You heard it from me. You heard it from me. Big Herbie